Hello everyone, welcome to Stampin' Grotto. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to make this somewhat simple greeting card. I will make sure that I link everything in the description below, so if you are interested in any of these products, you can pick them up through me from Stampin' Up. So let's dive in. Alright, so we are going to start with a Balmy blue card base. This is cut to 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So that makes our card base. And then we need a secondary piece of Balmy blue. This is what we are going to use to create this for our background. So I'm going to use the Fern 3D embossing folder and some Balmy blue ink. So I'm going to lay this open this way. I'm going to go ahead and open my ink. And I'm going to just lightly rub this just right over the 3D embossing folder. Depending on what embossing folders you use, depends on what side you want this on. For these purposes, it doesn't really matter. So, let's just make sure we get this properly covered. You don't want to press too much because you don't want to get a ton in the in-between spaces. I'm just going to lay that down, and then I'm going to close this. We're going to keep a tight hold on it. Grab our Stampin' Emboss machine. We're going to use plate 1, and this is plate 4 because this is a 3D embossing folder. Keeping a firm grip on it so the paper can't move, we're going to run this through. I'm going to open this up and pop this out. So there we have our background. We're going to want to make sure that we clean this. So this is some of the Awash and Beauty Designer Series paper. And I'm going to use the largest circle, stitched circle die from the Stylish Shapes die set. And I'm going to center it over this, and I'm going to die cut that out. And just arrange it the way that you like it best. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, and I'm just going to trim off 1/4 inch on 2 sides. So here's our card base, and we are going to lay this down right over it. So I'm just going to grab some of my Stampin' Seal. And I'm just going to center it on my card front, just like this. And then we're going to pop this up using some Stampin' Dimensionals. So we're just going to lay that just like that. And then for our sentiment, I'm going to use the Congratulations from the Something Fancy stamp set. That's this here. And then I'm going to use this die to cut it out. And I'm also going to cut it out a piece of basic black using that same die so that I can layer it just like this. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Calypso Coral because that's one of the colors that is in the Designer Series paper. So I'm just going to grab my machine again. I'm just going to use a piece of washi tape to hold that down so I can make sure it stays in place. There's my sentiment. And now I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of basic black and I'm going to die cut that again so I can create that layered effect. So I'm just going to grab some glue and I am just going to glue these two pieces together, layered just like this. And then I'm going to grab a couple more of my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I am just going to layer this on the bottom of my card. Just like that. And to give it a bit of a finishing touch, I am going to grab, this is Balmy Blue, and this is the double stitched ribbon. I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm just going to snip a piece off, and then I am going to tie it in a bow like this. And I flipped the loop so that I could, because this is only a one-sided ribbon, so I flipped the loop so that these would be on the same sides. So just like that. And then I'm going to use a mini glue dot to just attach that to the top. And that way it kind of makes it look like it was a bit of a tag. And that's it. You can go ahead and put a piece of white cardstock on the inside of this, but I don't think the basic white is really needed because this is a lighter cardstock anyway, so I can just write on the inside of this myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and as always, if you are interested in seeing more, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, I will link everything that I have used in the description below so that you can purchase from my shop if you are interested. Thanks everyone!